Welcome in everybody to another episode of Profit Picks. If you are new, we do always start the show by being transparent. Comments already had me laughing. But this weekend, Saturday was 1-1. Sunday was a clean sweep 3-0. And did share those three plays with my members. So we had a nice, profitable Sunday. Hopefully the rest of you guys did as well. And we will get to some of these comments. I see the first comment. I'll put that one up there. Boofer says, Lamar, aka not first. And we got to talk about it a little bit, man, at least. Because I want some comments to come in on this because there was a lot of people in the chat. We I mean, I come on the show every day, and the first thing we do is what? We be transparent. So it got to be some accountability here. I don't need everybody to come in and say they lost. But what I want to talk about is a lot of people said, whatever reasons that I brought to the table wasn't good. I didn't know football or whatever, whatever. What did we learn from that last game? What did we learn from the last two games for the people who bet against Kansas City? That's what I really want to know from the chat. I don't really want to talk about myself. I want to talk to the people who bet the Ravens, and I want to ask them, what did we learn about this game? Because I gave you a lot of reasons. I laid it all out in both games. And I feel like I did a really good job. That's gonna be my only pat on the back right there. I feel like I did a really good job as far as saying what will happen in the especially the Ravens and Chiefs game. You got one guy who's been to now 4 of the last 5 Super Bowls. He's won what 2 of them, and then you just have other guys who are unproven. I tell you guys all the time, in the playoffs, it's not the regular season. All of whatever anybody did in the regular season, you can throw it out the window for the most part. In the playoffs, it's about the dudes. And right now, I mean, I'm just throwing it out there to start. You guys should know who you're betting on for the Super Bowl. The cases that were made for both, whether you can look at Josh Allen or Lamar or the Ravens defense, whatever, there's no case to be made for San Fran in this game. But people are going to find some reason, the same way I just have been saying, they will find some reason to go and put their money against Mahomes because either everybody's betting the Chiefs or uh, the Chiefs got lucky, their offense, blah, 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 blah. They're going to try to find any reason they can to nitpick and not bet against the Chiefs. And all they've shown you for the past, I don't know how long in the playoffs, is if you want to win, this is the team that you should pick. Purdy, people wanted to argue me earlier, but he's not as good of a quarterback as Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson. It's just that simple. If you want to say he's looked good this year, whatever, okay. Is he a top 5 quarterback in the NFL? I say no. He's going up against a top 5 quarterback. He's going up against the best quarterback. We can talk about San Fran's defense. I mean, are they good? Yes. Just like I said, the Ravens are good. But wasn't the Ravens defense just, the best defense ever, a historical defense? If the Chiefs just beat them, what case is there to be made for San Fran's defense in this game? The Chiefs were banged up, right? It looked like they were so banged up that they couldn't do anything in that game. I mean, just stop, please. If you want to make money, there's one person to bet with, one team to bet with, and we just bet on them in the last 2 weeks. That's all I'm gonna say. Y'all should know that. So I'm gonna reply to some comments though. I want to see if anybody's gonna be accountable in here and tell me what they learned from betting these last 2 weeks, or if everybody's gonna be hard headed. I mean, you can do what you want to do, but I just want to see where we're at right now. Antonio says this is gonna be a wild show. Blitz in the building. Bryce says coming off of a sweep. He thought I was gonna be under 4 minutes. That was not a casher, but System Sunday was a casher. What up, Ronell? Brian H. Oakley says just signed up for the premium. Love what you're doing, Skee. Keep it up. Appreciate that. And I haven't. I'm gonna be honest with you. I have a lot of stuff that I like today, but I haven't gotten to the window with a lot of things. I want to try to do it during the show, but we'll see. We'll talk about it at the end. But depending on what I like, usually when somebody first signs up, I like to I think they just signed up recently though. It's not today. But anyway, I think I'll share some stuff with some members today again, even though we just had a really good day yesterday. Either today or tomorrow, we'll have something for members as far as like a system that I will share. So I appreciate you, Oakley. Hello, Miss Tasha. Everybody in the building. Okay, watch this says he's smoking on that Baltimore as we speak. Man, I told y'all, it's one person, one that cannot be trusted over there. He was MVP, like I said, most valuable until playoffs. Until the playoffs. When the playoffs come, we know what we're getting. You can say he did this in the regular season, he beat these people, blah blah. It doesn't matter. It's not important. Jay Gill, you know what time it is. Dylan. Tasha says, Ski, did you celebrate the Laker win? I enjoyed it. I was watching it. Did I celebrate it? No, not really. I didn't have money on it. Tasha says she hit 6 tickets though, so congrats on that. Dia said that Lamar special blend. Man, the funny thing is, just like I said in the last show, the people who backed them, I'm waiting for some accountability in here. I don't see nobody yet. Maybe I haven't scrolled enough. But the people who said all this stuff about Lamar are gonna come back next year and say the same exact things again. So it's crazy, but we shall see. Boofer not a fan of flowers. Jay Gill. Yeah, I say what I say, man. Oh yeah, Oakley was here for the system Sunday. Okay, okay. Glad to hear that. What is Bryce saying? He probably shouldn't be doing it anymore. Not sure. Let's see. Casey. Don't bet against Mahomes at plus money. Man, it's simple. 1 + 1 = 2. There you go. First class agency says they was on your behind and now they quiet. Yeah, where is everybody at? I had so many comments like it was 2 times in one comment they said this. Stick to basketball, something, stick to basketball. Like, damn. I, I don't know, man. I'm just looking for somebody, some accountability in the chat. Tell me what you guys learned, the people that were back in Baltimore. Joey says, here we go. Joey, though, I can give him credit. He said, they lost, man. What you want me to do? He said he could see that it wasn't what he thought it was going to be. Joey knows what time it is. There's Trevor. There's one he said he tried to believe in Lamar. Was good. That's the first one I've seen in the chat. I got to talk about it before we get to today's games. I'm sorry. I have to because I'm not going to be talking about the Ravens all week. I might talk about it with Wham and Dutch tomorrow, but this is the one time I get to talk about it. Yes, shout out to the chat. Absolutely. Casey says Ravens offense was trash. I mean, we talked about Kansas City has a good defense too, right? Munaf said, "Who the hell said Ravens defense was historical?" I don't know. There's one guy, that we talked to, that Munaf, that was real passionate about that Ravens defense. That's what I'll call it. Extremely passionate. Extremely passionate, like paragraphs passionate. First class agency says Purdy is a system quarterback. Basically, he's only played 2 good quarters in playoffs. Other than that, he's been really bad. Yeah, I'm not a believer in anything over there in San Fran. I think you can run on them, and I'm not a believer in Purdy either. Jay Gill says Mahomes is the new Tom Brady. Tom Brady. He got some work to do, but he's on his way, especially if he wins this year. My girl Casey says, show me that Ravens don't have no offensive identity. You run the ball 6 times with the running back. Yeah, I mean, they should have been running the ball the entire game. Honestly, what I feel like in that game was Lamar was actually trying to prove himself when he should have just been trying to be himself. I mean, for as much shit as I give Lamar, he should have just been himself. And they should have just ran the ball as a team. There's right now in the building said Baltimore didn't cash. Hey, it was a good run if you've been backing it for a while. Absolutely. Blitz says Chiefs are low key the Pats. Not mad at that. What up, Hank? Bryce says if you aren't on that RC ski combo for the week, you're crazy. 25% off today too. That's just basically free. Appreciate you, Bryce. I'm gonna try to keep it going. That's why I haven't made a bet yet today because I really want to win. I mean, not that I don't want to win every day, but we're off of a really good day. I know it's a lot of additional people, and I just had this conversation on another show. Like, you guys know, though, I don't have to tell you guys. I bet all these games personally, and I know that there's other bankrolls that I'm managing, and I care about those bankrolls, and I want them to go this way. So we're going to talk about all these games very shortly. We'll see which ones we actually can get to the window with. Saturated says top secret hint: the better NFL quarterback is the one who doesn't try to do too much, enables his teammates, and doesn't turn the ball over. He likes the Niners. All right, Saturated. It's gonna be a long 2 weeks on this channel for you. Boofer says we're a couple days away from a member giveaway, so be sure to be in the chat when the show is live. That's a good point. I think it was 10. It was 5 or 10 to give away each. I think it's 5 to give. No, it was 10. 10 to give away each month. So almost the end of January. He got take says that public for sharp betting is annoying. I don't care what other people got their money on. I agree. Here's one. Well, first, Living Legacy says Ravens beat themselves. Raven Ron was one who liked the Ravens. He said, learn that the Ravens offensive coordinator got away from what got them there, the run. 6 run attempts. Too easy to blame Lamar. Lamar made a lot of mistakes, but I hear you. They should have been running the ball too. Lamar was holding the ball too long. Lamar could have got out and ran himself on plenty of occasions. And I saw some stuff being overthrown. Lamar's not off the hook, but I hear your case that they should have been running the ball, and I agree. Antonio, hey man, at least he was there. He was there when it was happening. So I'm gonna give him benefit of the doubt right now. He's probably making some money right now. So shout out to my boy Larry for that. And Larry's a great guy and an opinion in football that I respect, even though he was incorrect there. He's got take says that public versus Sherman. Oh yeah, we went through that one. My bad. Trying to get through all these comments. I know we have a lot, and this is one of the days when I really want to talk about it and want to address all of them. What up, James Fahrenheit? Raven Ron says 49ers will beat Chiefs. Then I need to hear Mahomes slander. Oh my God. Honestly, bro, at this point, there's no pressure on Mahomes. Mahomes has won 2 of the last 4 years. Mahomes, he has nothing to prove in this game. I mean, if he loses this game, it's not like we're going to say, unless he plays absolutely terrible, then we'll hear some Mahomes slander. But it's not a Mahomes legacy game. It's not by any means. Mahomes going to play pressure free the way he's been playing the past 2 weeks. Let's see. Bryce was on Baltimore. Nice work. Nice cash on that Kansas City to win the AFC. What up, my boy Manny? Josh said, what happened to Lamar doing it for the culture? Lamar and MVP, Skee. They was on me, bro. They was on me. Grilling me in the chat. Grilling me in the comments. Here's Joey. Doing the standards. I would not bet against Mahomes. I will not bet against Mahomes. As long as we learn at least a little something, man, every day. You stop learning, you stop winning. That was I forget who says that. I think it was I forget. It might have been Babano actually. Shout out to my guy Babano. Matt says Chiefs literally just do everything right. Reed and Spagnola outcoach every single team they play. They don't make a lot of mistakes. They did make a couple, but I agree with you on that. Manny says Lamar choke when the pressure's on. And Dan Campbell think he's playing Madden. I agree with you on half of this comment, Tasha. Casey says their defense was wide open, Skee. Lamar couldn't throw the ball in the ocean. That's been my knock on him. Not that I don't think he's a great individual player. It's just he's not the most accurate quarterback. And that's what I like. I like other things he does too, but that's what I need my quarterback to do. Raven Ron says, so Skee, did you bet Brady or Mahomes during the Tampa Bay Kansas City Super Bowl? Because stats favored Brady. I honestly do not remember. I do not remember. I know last year I had the Chiefs. The year before that, I had the Bengals, I believe. And the year before that, I do not remember at this moment. So can't tell you. Honestly, can't tell you. It could have been either one because I don't like to bet against Brady and I don't like to bet against Mahomes. But I know in Super Bowl, I bet a hell of a lot of props. And today's the day, or tomorrow, when these props get out, you need to jump on them before that juice starts to move. So that's the main focus for me in Super Bowl is a lot of props. I already know, like for example, today I already know who I'm betting for the side It's the props that I got to go lock in. I know a lot of props I'm going to bet too. It's just I got to go find the markets and get them in before the juice climbs. Eduardo says Casey couldn't stop the run last week. Then Ravens decided to throw it 34 times and run only 16. Trying to prove everybody wrong, man, instead of doing what's been working. Trying to prove guys like me wrong. Boofer kept the receipts. My guy, Boofer. Oh, my God. Love it from Boofer. Betting football for many years and just got into NBA 2 years ago. I'm growing with you guys, but stick to basketball. That was a comment I'm getting, man. And that's not even, it was two stick to basketballs in this one. He didn't even put the other stick to basketball in there. Boofer says, I made dope betting on Mahomes. And this is somebody else's comment he's putting for me. But Lamar is straight focus. Stick to basketball. Ravens going to the Super Bowl. I appreciate these receipts, man. People just be acting like I'm crazy. Raven Ron says, y'all love to hate the Ravens. It's pathetic. I don't love to hate anybody. Actually, I take that back. There's some players I do love to hate. And you guys know who those players are. Lamar is just on my not as good. Y'all think he's here? Like I said, he's here for me. That's all. Simple as that. So whenever I hear people talking about him like he's better than he is, I will respond. UCapper says, Skee, not sure if you know about that Super Bowl trend. Teams with a lower win percentage, 16-1 ATS. Only loss was the one where the Falcons blew it against Brady. Teams with a lower win percentage, 16-1 ATS. Damn. That favors the Chiefs here, right? Like I said, I'll go put it in, but I appreciate you dropping that, UCapper. All right, let's see a couple more comments. Agree with that. Let's see. Casey says Purdy did last night what Lamar should have been doing, tucking and rushing, running. It's not hard to see what should have happened. I agree with you, Evan Ron, and I can respect that. He said, I ain't running. I showed up today. A lot of Lamar haters in here. Appreciate you showing up and, definitely respect it, like I said. All right, Dan says, great NBA card. A lot of trap games. Might be time to talk about it. Let's just scroll really quick. A lot of comments coming in. Don't want to just dismiss all the comments because it's a great day to talk about it. We did a lot of talking before these games were played. Let me just see. Daryl, another one says Niners are not losing. Try to get through these comments. A lot of comments. Let's see what my girl's saying here. Before the season, you didn't think Purdy and Niners was going to Super Bowl, so I know you bet in Mahomes or whoever made it there against the Niners. Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. Justin says, damn, stick to basketball is like saying shut up and dribble. If you know, you know. That's what they was telling me, man. All right, got through the comments. So it's about that time. We got 12 games on the slate in the association. Let's get to it. We'll go in rotation order like we always do. And like I said, I got a lot of ways I'm looking in some different games. Really wanted to come and talk them out with you guys. And let's see. Let's see which ones we're willing to get involved with. First game up, 531, 532. Clippers, Cavaliers. Opened up Clippers -2. They're now a 1.5-point favorite. Total opened up 225. Not much movement. 225.5. As far as the injury report is concerned, let me just refresh because it is that time where a lot of the injury report stuff is coming out. Zubac remains out for the Cavaliers. It looks like Thompson, Jerome, Garland all out. Mobley actually probable in this game. Donovan Mitchell also probable. Two teams playing really good basketball lately. Cavs have covered 6 out of 7. Clippers have covered their last 5. It's not a whole lot I want to do with this game. I think if I was betting this one, I might just agree with the under. Both teams, I mean, as good as the offense has been, both teams top 5 defensive rated teams the last 5 games. And on the season, both teams top 10 defending the 3. So if they bring that and just the way they've been playing lately, I mean, under 5 of the last 7 for Cleveland, under 5 of the last 6 something is incorrect here. So either the Clippers have I apologize for that. Either the Clippers have gone under 5 of their last 6 on the road or 5 of their last 6 games. So I think this one would be a lower scoring, more defensive type game, but I'm pretty sure this is one of the 12 games that I will not be getting involved with. Let's take a look at the chat, see what we're liking here. Can anybody make a case better than I can? Anthony. Oh, that's for a game we haven't gotten to yet. Appreciate you sharing Nets bets. Says he's going for 9 straight. Going with the Knicks and the Sixers. Appreciate you sharing that. Justin got the Cavs +3. Brian asking, do I like Allen rebounds? I haven't been doing a lot of rebound. I haven't been doing a lot of props in general. But what I will say is Clippers are a top rebounding team as well. I know they're going to be missing Zubac out there, but like I said, I'm not following these props probably as closely as you guys. I'm looking more sides and totals this season. So I only thing I can say is Clippers last 5 games have been a top 10 rebounding team. Take that for what it's worth. Dan is saying pass. So we'll pass. We got a lot of games to talk about. I think this next one is definitely worth it. And our guy Nets Bets already said he's getting involved. Might be a little late to the party, but there's still probably some wiggle room. 533, 534. Knicks at Hornets. Opened up Knicks -7.5. They're now a 9-point favorite. Total opened up 223 and is down as low as 220.5. For the injury report, I see Randall out, Robinson out, Fournier out for the Knicks. For the Hornets, LaMelo is game time decision. Frank Ntilikina is game time decision. They'll be without Gordon Hayward, Kyle Lowry, and Mark Williams. For me, it's like you play this one or two ways, if not both. And I just think you have to fade this Hornets team. They were not playing good basketball before LaMelo came back. They haven't been playing good basketball since he came back. They're 2-10 ATS their last 12 games. When they made that move to trade Terry Rozier, and I'm disappointed that I bet on the Hornets after that. When they made that move, that's them telling us that they don't care about the rest of the season. They're not trying to win any games. They're not trying to be competitive. So just a combination of that. They've lost back-to-back games by double digits. The Knicks coming off a double-digit win. Knicks usually smack up these, lower competition teams. Look at the Knicks versus less than the elite, less than 55% win teams, 22-7 ATS. And if they're a conference real favorite in those games, they're winning by about 14, a little bit above 14 points per game, 7-0 against the spread. So I would only look towards the Knicks. Since they made the trade, they've covered 11 out of 14 games. And also they've been playing really good defense under 12 of their last 14 games, holding opponents to slightly above 100 points per game within that span. Hornets team total last I looked, let me just double check it here, actually. I'm seeing 106.5 as the best number. I think that's worth a look here. Either the Hornets team total under or Knicks -9, if not both, are the way to bet this game. And I want to try to make some decisions here. So let's talk about it. I will be betting one of these, if not both, like I said. Let's take a look at the chat. Joey likes the under, says they've been cashing, thinks odds makers are catching up. Knicks Miami went over by 14. Hornets are not good on defense. He thinks this one's a sneaky over. I don't trust the Hornets to play defense at all. I only trust one side to play defense in this game. Bryce Miller says he thinks this one is low scoring. Okay, watch this. Says, how are they on the front end of a back-to-back? Do I have a chart? Yeah, they do play tomorrow versus Utah. I'll type it in here. Let's see. Season equals 2022, 2023. Team equals Knicks, and Knicks rest equals 0. Knicks are 7-2 against the spread on the front end of a back-to-back. They win those games by an average of 14.67 points per game. So they've been damn good in this spot here. So I think this is a situation where we have to get involved on the Knicks. and I hate to do this. I really want to make these plays as the show goes on, but might just make them after we get off, just so we don't have too much dead air time. But I think both of them could be the way to go. And as long as I don't see this one line up, if the chat could do me that favor, I would appreciate it. But I'm liking the Knicks. I'm liking the Hornets team total under. Those are the ways that I would play this game. A couple more comments. Bryce says full game under. JT leans under. Ronell likes the under. Seaver Warner says Hornets can't defend, so it's going to get over. Brian's mentioning Ball's bad ankle. Says he likes the Knicks -9. Nets Best says he's 3-0 back in the Knicks versus the Hornets this year, winning by an average of 20 points per game. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I hear you on that. All right, good stuff. Let's keep it moving. We do have a lot of games still on the slate. Next game up, we have 5:35, 5:36, Phoenix and Miami. Opened up Miami -4. They're now a 3-point favorite. Total opened up 229.5 and has not moved. For the injury report, Nurkic's game time decision. Bobo is out. Damian Lee is out. This one is kind of blowing my mind a little bit here. I know Phoenix played last night, so I guess that's why they're an underdog and they've lost. I think they've lost a couple in a row. But the Heat have not been playing good basketball. They failed to cover their last 6 games and bottom 5 in all the categories I care about: offensive rating, defensive rating, rebound percentage, last 5 games. And in their interviews, they just look so like their spirit is gone. Like I don't know. They're not giving me a whole lot of reasons to back them, is what I'm trying to say. The Suns were just on a big streak before it ended. I would only look towards the Suns bouncing back in this matchup. I want nothing to do with the Heat until they start to show me some sort of consistency. Let's take a look at what the chat thinks about this game. Tasha says Miami on the hell no list. I agree with that. JT says they got to be favored for a reason here. Dan thinks it's a trap game as well. Bryce says Suns got nothing down the stretch the last 2 games, folded like laundry in Indy. Yeah, this might be a game where I pass. Yeah, Munaf, they have not been looking good. I think this is one of those games where I'll watch and see at the end of the day. UCapper says everyone out for the Grizzlies. Haven't gotten there yet, but shout out to them boys. I wore the shirt again because they got us paid yesterday. A nice big play yesterday on our Grizzlies. But let's keep moving here for the show. Damian Hill likes Booker points over. As that Warrior not even confident in his Heat tonight. You know that's a red flag there. So we'll keep moving on that note. This next game is pretty interesting to me. The more I thought about it, let's talk it out a little bit. 5:37, 5:38. Pelicans versus the Celtics. Opened up Celtics -8. They're now 8.5-point favorites. Even a 9 popped up at Heritage. Total opened up 232.5, and it's up to 236. As far as the injury report is concerned, nobody is on there for the Pelicans. For the Celtics, you have both Horford and Porzingis and Cornette, 3 big men, all game time decision here tonight. So for me, my thought was, let me get over here on my next page, a little bit different than normal here today while I'm still not at my usual location. What I was thinking about this game is I don't believe the Celtics care too much. They're already potentially sitting 3 of their big men, and they're still more than capable. They are off a loss, and they're at home. So when I say that, after my last statement, it makes me take it back because they've told us this season and they've shown us that they really care about playing at home, and they've shown us that they respond after a loss. So that is the scary part there. But I do think, and I should have checked if they play at home again tomorrow. But they do play the Pacers again tomorrow, and the Pacers are a team who, I mean, they got beef with the Pacers. I don't think I need to say too much about that, and they lost their last game to them as well. So I think that's a game that they're looking to perform in, and the Pelicans, after that embarrassing loss, I think it's a nice bounce back spot for them as well too. So I'll lean towards Pelicans here. I was trying to talk myself into it. Haven't gotten to the window with anything, but I'm trying to find reasons to catch that 8.5. I really am. I don't think Boston really cares too much to win this game by double digits. Let's take a look at the chat. Can you guys talk me off of a Pelicans plus 8.5? That's really how I'm leaning here. Seaver Warner, I'm sorry, likes the Pelicans to cover. Panger Life likes Celtics. Brian H asking about them early. Celtics first quarter off a loss, I feel like has been pretty damn good. I don't have the numbers, but that's just, you know, that's just how I feel like they've been playing. Serve 5 says Val props if the big man missed the game for the Celtics, points plus rebounds. You never know. It could go both ways. I could see it, or he can get ran off the floor if they start to play some kind of a small ball or something. Justin likes the Celtics on the team total. Eduardo says Hallie's playing tomorrow versus Celtics. First class agency liking those Pelicans. Damn, what did I say? Don't tell me I'm slipping up here, Munaf. Let's see. Eduardo says he's been liking the Pelicans too. Jay Gill does as well. Damien thinks the Celtics win, but not cover. Okay, watch this. Says don't catch that falling knife. They did lose a home game. They did lose one. Tasha says, do not go against Boston. D Rose, a legend, says Celtics are 3-5 against the spread on the front end of a back-to-back. Joey Skinner says, Skee, you need some Visine, or you sure partied hard last night? And I second Joey. I will never bet against Casey again in the playoffs. I'm 5 dimes short on the old bankroll. Well, I did do a show with my good friend Dutch Boy Fresh this morning, and yes, I was having a lot of tequila the way that Kansas City was looking yesterday. So you kind of on the right track there. Brandon says over TP. You know what time it was. I didn't even need the P. I was just all the T yesterday. That's it. Brandon said he's in the building. Appreciate you tuning in. Dylan says, I don't know if they're going to sit both bigs. Prolific helping me out. Said they do play at home tomorrow. I think tomorrow is the game they really, really care about. I think they can just get out this game with a win and move on. So, Harold Glenn, L 7-4 and 1 ATS as a road dog. Trying to get there. I really am. Munaf says back to back home losses. Raven Ron likes those Celtics. We'll see. I'm still thinking about it a little bit, but you guys know which direction I'm looking. And Bryce Miller says, win the first quarter by an average margin of 7 after a loss. So looking at those Celtics early tonight, and that makes sense on the front end of a back-to-back especially. Next game, we have 539, 540. Utah and Brooklyn opened up Jazz -1. This game opened up, or I'm sorry, we're still looking at a -1. Total opened up 233.5, and it looks like 235.5. Injury report. And let me refresh again. For Utah, nobody's there. For Brooklyn, they're without Sharp and Dorian Finney-Smith. So for Utah, they are on the front end of a back-to-back. They play the Knicks tomorrow. They have been playing good basketball. They've covered 9 of their last 11 games, and they've beaten up on the weaker opponents. Those teams less than 45% win percentage. My bad here. Teams with less than a 45% win percentage, they are 11-4 against the spread. This next team, these stats have, I guess, are a little thrown off here because I see Utah is the favorite now. For some reason, when I was doing this earlier, I feel like I saw Brooklyn as the favorite. But I'll just say, Brooklyn hasn't been playing the best basketball. Most of it is offensively. They have been playing really great defense. Utah hasn't been playing great defense, but they've been playing really great offense. So just a battle of two different styles here. I don't really want to bet against Utah. I'll say that. If they weren't on the front end of a back-to-back, I might be to the window with them. But because of that, I think it's best for me to just stay off of this game. They are two teams who are poor defending the three. Brooklyn has been playing a little bit more slow. Utah is up tempo. But the last 6 meetings, I know these teams have changed, so I guess that really doesn't matter too much. They have gone under. So two teams playing separate ways, different ways. I don't think I can play this game with too much confidence. Let's take a look at the chat, see if anybody likes it more than I do. JT says he leans the Jazz. Joey Skinner says he's a season ticket holder. If he's playing, he's laying. Oh, don't like to hear that if I'm liking the Pelicans. KD in the building. Appreciate you tuning in. Says snowing tonight because he's over there in Greece. He said he wouldn't go with the favorites tonight. Appreciate you, KD. Yeah, I've been dealing with some snow too, though. Dealing with some snow as well. Let's see. NLNB says Cam doesn't miss. Will Rizza says he doesn't like that everyone's on the Jazz. This line kind of seems like the line is not supposed to be how it is. JT says the line flipped. Okay, that makes sense because I did see Brooklyn as a favorite earlier. I'm not tripping. Simmons is back today. That's a good point. Dan N says Nets at home last 10 are 9-1 first quarter. They've been cashing. Jazz on the road, meh. Damian Hill likes Larry Markkinen to have 3+ threes. Antoine says Simmons is not starting after that long layoff. All right, let's keep moving. I will not be getting involved in this game, but I wish people who are a lot of luck. Next game up, we have 541, 542. The Wizards heading into San Antonio to take on those Spurs. Open up Spurs minus 3.5. We see them as 3.5 favorites still. Some shops have 4. Total open 241.5. And we don't see much movement there at all. Livers out for Washington. Zach Collins, game time decision for Spurs. Spurs have been playing really good basketball as of late. I think this can extend farther than this, but I know they covered 5 of their last 6. Washington has been really good as a road dog, 14-8-2 in that role. So this one is, I feel a little bit conflicted, but the one thing I'll say is I don't really want to go against the Spurs because I feel like they've been playing good lately. At the same time, I can't lay with the Spurs because they haven't been playing any defense. And if you're not playing defense, I can't expect you to win by any kind of a margin. I know this margin is not big, but if you're not getting stops, I just don't want that ticket in my pocket. Simple. For the Wizards, I've been playing defense lately. Number 11 defensive rated team. So just a combination of that and how good the Wizards have been as a road dog. I know they're a short dog, but I will be leaning a little bit more towards the Wizards side than the Spurs. Let's take a look at the chat. Get back over here, see how you guys are viewing this game. Bryce said, "Are they dirty enough tonight?" I don't know, man. I don't know if I can get there. Brian H says Spurs minus 3.5. NOMB says call the number. I've been doing pretty good with these Wizards games. I'm kind of on the fence with this one though. Eduardo says it's the 1-800 game of the night. There are a lot of games to be picking this game though, but never know. Some of the best tickets, games like this. Will Rizza says Wemby props. I could definitely see his rebounds tonight. Damian Hill liking the Wizards on the money line tonight. Says they don't need anything. Let's see. KC says keep hitting the like button, fam. I appreciate that. If you guys hit the like button, it absolutely helps out the show. And much love for shouting that out, KC. Prolific says Skee Wizards Whisperer. I've been doing pretty good. The last one was the last one was a push, but I've been pretty good with those Wizards picks. I've been dodging them when they lose, picking them when they win. Boofer says over 1.5. You're a wizard, Harry. That's my line. I don't know if I could use. I said it just because you wrote it, but I don't know if I'm feeling that way today. Usually I got some confidence in my voice when I'm talking about these Wizards games that we're backing. I don't feel that strong in this one. JB Brown says fade the Spurs off of an outright win. JU Beats likes the over. Munaf agreeing with the over. Seaver Warner likes the Wizards. Dylan says Wimby getting some more minutes. Look at his props. I think that's some good information there. And Seaver Warner says new players for Wizards aren't aware of the tanking. Who are you talking about here, you capper? They haven't won or covered a game after a road win. Interesting. He's talking about the Wizards. Now that I read that out loud, says lost to Pistons and Hornets outright. Interesting. I don't know if I can push that. I don't know if I can push that confirm button on that bet. So we'll keep moving for right now. 543, 544. Lakers, Houston opened up Lakers -1, still -1 pretty much everywhere. Total opened up 227.5 and it's up all the way to 232.5. Injury report for the Lakers, the usual Anthony Davis and LeBron are game time decision. Cam Reddish and Gabe Vincent are out. Eason and Oladipo are out for these Rockets. This is a game, as my guy Wham Bam mentioned earlier. Good point by him, but a little bit of beef between these teams. I mean, a little bit of chirping going on between LeBron and Coach Ime Udoka, and Udoka getting thrown out in that last matchup, having some interesting word choices for LeBron, and I'm pretty sure he remembers that. Lakers have been playing well. They've covered 5 of their last 7 games. Meanwhile, the Rockets have not. They've covered 3 of their last 11. Lakers are on the front end of a back-to-back, and I don't really like that. I don't really like that if I'm backing the Lakers, but I could only look towards them in this kind of a situation where I think anything emotional is going on. I absolutely think they're the better team, and if I think that they're going to care in the games that I feel like LeBron has cared about, we've been pretty damn good. So I'll lean towards the Lakers. But what I like more than that is the total. I agree with the market pushing it up. Both teams have been playing with pace lately. Lakers defense has been slacking in general. Last 5 games have went over, and 14 of the last 15 Lakers road games have gone over. Looking at Houston, 6 of their last 9 home games have gone over as well. So I'm thinking it's more of a high scoring game in this one and would only look towards the Lakers. I agree with the market as far as the total is concerned. Let's take a look at the chat. Munaf, same thing there, says 14 of 15 Lakers road games. Last 15 Lakers road games have gone over. JT agrees with the lean toward he agrees with the lean on the over, but he's leaning Houston. Brian disagrees completely, says Lakers team total under. Jay Gill says Houston or nothing. Dan says worn out Lakers like Rockets first half and half one over. You know what? This is a good comment because this reminds me. I can't bet the Lakers here. I can't bet the Lakers here. Off of what was the double overtime win and on the front end of a back to back. I do still think that this is a game that they should care about. But can I bet it in that situation? That's not something I'm putting my money on. I do think they will continue to like defense. I do think they'll continue to like defense. So I think the over is a good look because they will care about this game. They will perform offensively. So I think over is better than a side if you're liking the Lakers here. Good point by Dan there. Eduardo says off a double OT game, gotta fade him. Too old. Nucky, my boy in the building says, "What's good, y'all? Man, I'm late. Where y'all Lamar fans at? Where that Lamar energy? Hey, I was having a good time with that one, Nucky. Appreciate you tapping in." D Rose says Lakers 5-2 to the over on the front end of a back to back. I like that. I like that a lot. LeBron is game time decision. Raven Ron likes the Rockets +1. I'm not mad at that. Dylan says, look at the minutes last game. I watched the game. I don't even got to look at the minutes. I saw who's playing, and I get it. I don't think there'll be a whole lot of defense in this game. And Blessings says, hello, new to YouTube. I appreciate you coming to the channel, and hopefully we can provide you with some winners, and hope all is well with you. All right, let's keep moving. Let's keep moving to the next game. I would only bet the over in Lakers versus Rockets. Minnesota and OKC 545, 546. Opened up OKC -2.5, still sitting there. Total opened up 226.5. Consensus now 223. Conley game time decision. Clark is out for OKC. Trey Mann is game time decision. I have a couple of systems, and I feel like it's extremely hard to. I wish I would have kept. Hopefully, I kept one of them on here, and I did not. Like a dummy, I took them down. But let me just go back here a little bit and see if I can pull it up. I have two systems that are active on this game, and no, even while I'm trying to do this, it's not going to pop up. So I got to kill that, and it's going to take too much time to type it in. What I'll say is this: the systems pretty much are like this. For OK, the system is active on OKC, I believe, but it's saying like, or actually no, it's active on Minnesota. It's saying that based on the average, I gotta pull it up. I gotta pull it up because I can't explain it on my notes. I don't have enough written down. So we're gonna get it. Let me share my screen here. Because the reason I like this, I mean, there's more reasons to like it. While I wait and share my screen, I'll just stay there. Two bottom 10 offensive rated teams, last 5 games, two top 10 defensive rated teams, and both teams top 10 defending the three. Although both teams are good shooting the three so far this season. But here we go. And no, it was on the Thunder, not the Wolves. So see, I would have misspoken if I didn't go and look this one up here. So I'm glad I did. Bear with me for 1 second. All right, here we go. Let's copy that. And we'll click this here. And then we'll screen share. So you guys should be able to see this. And this is a system that has been active since 2017. And you see the amount of games on here, over close to 800 games in this query. And it is about close to 62% to the under. And you can see it's active on a few games today. A game we talked about, a game we will talk about, and a game we're talking about now. So what it is saying is when you look at this system, I know it's a lot going on. Pretty much what it's saying is the amount of points either that this team averages at home plus the amount of points that their opponent um gives up on average on the road is higher than this total by 10. So saying that the total is low for a reason, looking at how these teams are playing. You're also looking at teams, that team has average of over 44% overs at home, and they're at home in this game. So that's, you see how this says all of that I explained right there, and it says or it's the same exact thing, but you flip it on the road. And you guys can understand why it's hard to explain this. And I don't tell this system blindly all the time, but it popped up and it brought my attention to it. And then there was something else, and I'm just gonna add it here. I'm just gonna do like this and see if we can take out that season because we're gonna look from the same date as the last season. I guess I could take this out too because that was something I had for a while because I was new to doing. And I can take this out here because we have the other query with that stuff. And let's see what we get here when we combine pretty much the two systems together. Just showing you guys a little bit of how I was looking at things to kind of confirm how I was feeling about this game, and just seeing what the systems, what it looks like, what it's thinking about this. So what I added to what I told you guys before is we're looking at division games in that same instance. The team is on a total streak. I think that's saying an under streak. And it's not a playoff game. It's a regular season game. The under is 43, 24, and 2. And average total is low totals. Like I mentioned in the breakdown. 218 is the average total. And it's looking like above that today between this game. So I was thinking the under here. I know the Thunder have gone over 6 of their last, and I can stop sharing this now. I know the Thunder have gone over 6 of their 7 games on a back-to-back. That does make me nervous, but neither team has been playing with pace lately. I like the defense I've been seeing. Minnesota's gone under 4 of the last 5. They had that game where they blew it versus the Hornets, and they were talking about we got to lock back in on defense, and we've been seeing that. So I think this is an under game. I don't think the market has pushed it low enough. I'm still willing to get involved. And if you like seeing stuff like that, I do share things like that from time to time with my members on the channel. Let's take a look at what the chat is liking here. I know I was talking for a long time, so I know I'm gonna have a lot of comments, but I had to put that up to explain it. You guys should understand why I had to put that up. JU Beach likes the under. Fatone says OKC was looking ahead to this Wolves game at the crib. Yeah, Boofer says now I see why Skee didn't want to type it out. Yeah, I can't do it. It's too much going on there, but it's something I follow for a while, and it brings my attention to games. Doesn't always make me play them like automatic, but it brings my attention. Dylan says OKC young legs. I think they get up after that L. That's a good point. JB Brown says looks to be an under game with 2 good defenses. Jim Turner thinking that too. Atachi says, agree with the under. Also adjust it if you know you know. 14 days instead and add division games. Appreciate that, Atachi. And we got a new member, Chappie Funk. So whenever we do get a new member on that day, I do share some stuff with my members. So make sure you guys are looking out on the channel throughout the day. We will find some money on that card and I will share some stuff with you guys. So appreciate you, Chappie Funk. Let's see. Couple more comments before we keep moving here. Low for a reason. That's what the system is saying. Eduardo. D Rose says, love that trend. Blindly telling under. Yeah, bring the stuff to the table. You guys make the decisions however you want to take it. I would only bet this game under. I'm pretty sure I'm getting to the window with it. Probably just right after the show. Next game up, we'll go 547, 548, Sacramento and Memphis. This game opened up Sac -8, and you now see them as a 10-point favorite. Total opened up 227.5, and that is down to 223.5. Injury report for Sac. I see Sasha Vasenkov is game time decision. For Memphis, the whole damn team looks like they're out. Derrick Rose is game time decision though. So that is interesting. But I'm going to be 1000% honest. I want nothing to do with this game. One, because the Grizzlies are on a back-to-back. I don't really want to touch that or want to trust it. They have been, covering lately. And two, I don't really believe in laying with this Kings team, but they have been covering lately too. So the better defense catching points, I always will look that way over the team who's not playing any defense. Is Grizz or pass? Grizz made his money yesterday. We can pass on the Grizzlies today. Yeah, we can pass on those Grizzlies today. So take a quick look at the chat. I have a feeling guys won't be loving this game too much. D Rose, a legend in the chat, says D Rose over everything. Might get a look at him tonight. Eduardo says Rose out as of 11 minutes ago. Damn, I need to refresh again. Again. And yes, he's out. So much for that. Yeah, the whole Grizzlies team is out. I want nothing to do with this game. We'll pass. Markel says pass, and I agree. We're passing. Next game up, we have 549, 550. Orlando Magic heading into Dallas to take on the Mavericks. Opened up Mavs -5, dropped all the way down to -4. Total opened up 228.5, down a point to 227.5. Markel Fultz a game time decision for this Magic team. Gary Harris is out for Dallas. Kyrie out. Dwight Powell, Dante Exum, Maxi Kleba, Derek Jones, all game time decision here. Kleba is probable though. It's a spot that I don't want to back the Magic in. But can I trust the Mavericks in this spot as well. It's the problem I have with this game right here. Um, you got the Magic on a back to back in a non conference game, unrested. Not a spot that you really want to be backing them. Dallas hasn't been covering lately. They've covered one of their last 5 games. And like I always say, I can't, even though they got the rest advantage, I can't lay with a team that's not getting stops. This is the worst defensive rated team in the league the last 5 games. How can I expect you to win by any margin if you're not getting any stops? Simple. So for that reason, I can't back Dallas here. I guess that means I lean towards Orlando, but this is one of those games where I think I, have a better chance betting another one than this one. Both teams are trending towards the under. I mentioned that 8 of the last 11 for Orlando, 4 of the last 5 for Dallas. Maybe a look towards that if you like, but at the same time, you can't trust the Mavericks defense. So I'm off this game. Got to pass. Marquez says pass another game. Thinks Magic team total over. I'm not mad at it because they're not playing defense for Dallas. So I'm off this game. I will keep it moving. We have 2 more games left on the slate. I do think, this one is a pretty good game too. But the other game is very interesting as well. Bucks at Nuggets opened up. Nuggets -4. We still see them as a 4-point favorite. Total opened up 241. They're 238.5. Injury report: Giannis's game time decision for the Bucks. For the Nuggets, Strother is out. Giannis is probable though, so he looks like he's going to be out there. Strother out for this Nuggets team. Neither team really been making their backers money lately. Surprisingly, and not surprisingly, but the Bucks are playing defense lately. Top 10 defensive rated team in last 5 games, and this better play, I guess, is because they got rid of that coach. The players start to step up after that. So, I think I don't really want to go against it when they're catching points like this. I think they can still compete. When they're laying points, I have zero interest. Catching points, you know, I maybe can get there. They're the better defensive rated team the last 5 games, the better offensive rated team. I lean towards the Bucks here. As far as the total is concerned, I love the pace the Nuggets play at, which is dead last, but the Bucks playing at the fastest pace in the league the last 5 games. It's just a little bit too conflicting for me. Nuggets have gone under 5 straight, but don't think I can bet the total. So lean Bucks here. Let's see what the chat is liking. Um, Brian H likes Nuggets first quarter, first half. And JT rolling with that Nuggets first quarter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it kind of a play there. Justin likes Middleton over his 26.5 PRA. Markel likes the first quarter, first half Nuggets as well. Everybody likes the Nuggets early. Polly Rock says Murray under 7.5 assists. Interesting. Why do you like that? I don't see. I mean, maybe because Murray's doing a lot more of the scoring in this game. You don't like him to do too much passing. I can understand if that's the reason you like it. Damani says lean Bucks given recent form, and that's understandable. Ripper says Lillard points, Murray points under. Nucky says Nuggets take care of business at the crib. Dan says Bucks on the road stink. Likes Nuggets for first quarter. Says they're gonna take them to Smack City. Interesting game. I think this is one where I'd rather watch, but won't be getting to the window. This next game is one I'm interested in betting if I'm not too late, and we'll take a look at it here. 553, 554, Sixers and Portland opened up Sixers -9. They're now 10.5 point favorite. Pretty much everywhere. Total open 224.5, and it looks like 223. As far as the injury report is concerned, Embiid game time decision. Harris game time. Maxey game time. Covington is out. Lofton is out. Melton is out. For the Blazers, Sharp is out. Moses Brown is out. I need those guys in for the Sixers team. They are on the front end of a back-to-back. They play Golden State tomorrow, but you got a Sixers team with the rest advantage. Portland has been playing good. has been playing, the solid against the spread lately, I feel like. But the Sixers games are just very simple. When the Sixers win, they win by margin. They have 27 wins as a favorite so far this season. They've covered 23 of them. And with the rest advantage, it's the only way I can look. I don't think they lose this game outright at all. So Sixers minus the points is the direction I want to go here. Haven't pulled the trigger, but that's the only way I would bet this game. And can you guys talk me off Sixers minus in this matchup? I mean, I get we probably have to wait on the injury report, but only way I'm playing this one is the Sixers. KD liking his boy Giannis from that last game. All right, let me see what we got here. JT says Sixers team total over. They're clearing 120 if Embiid is in. Nucky with a good point says Joel can only miss 6 more games if he wants to be eligible for the MVP award. That's a very good point. Boofer says 300 plus watching, only 87 likes. Hey, great point there, Boofer. If you guys are enjoying the show, it does help the show out tremendously if you could hit the like button for me. Appreciate you shouting that out, Boofer. Terrence says, "Don't you think it's too big?" Not if they play. I just told you why. So if you're listening, Tasha says 10 points too high. When they win, they cover. 27 wins as a favorite. They've covered 23 of them. They win by about, I think in those games was about like 14 points per game or yeah, something like that. So when they win, they cover. That is the slate for today. So we got through all 12 games. Here's a Tachi sharing one. 2021, since 2021, road faves following a road loss facing an unrested opponent. 33, 15, and 1 ATS. That backs the Sixers. Good stuff there. And guys reminding us that they have the Six Warriors on deck tomorrow, national TV game. And Itachi says against non-conference, it gets even better. So good stuff from Itachi there. Yeah, we got through the NBA card. I feel like we did a really good job. We talked about some other things as well, and we've been on here for an hour. So it is about that time where, if you've been around for a while, you know what to do right now. But if you haven't been here, everybody will drop their best bet in the chat. There's 3 rules. Put the line that you are getting next to your best bet. Put best bet next to it so I know that that's your actual best bet. And no more than 2 best bets allowed. 2 per person is the max. So while you guys are doing that in the chat, I'll take a quick look over some of my notes along with the lines, and let's see what we're making the best bet for the show. So bear with me for a second here. There's a few things that I like. Few things that I like here. And another thing I have to do, I gotta log in and bet it because I don't believe in sharing things that are sharing bets that I have not placed. That is something that I do not do. So just bear with me for a second while you guys put your best bets up there on the screen. And I'm pretty sure I just want to see the line that I'm going to get here on this app. I apologize for this, but I just want to lock it in. I know you guys, hopefully you guys understand. The new people, hey, at least I'm not on here just sharing all this stuff and not, actually putting the bets in because that's pretty fraudulent. What'd you say? All right, I don't want that. So I got a line shot for that bet, so I will not share that one right now. What I will do, we'll go with the system that we talked about for the show. The best number that I can get right now, even though it's not the best number that we could have gotten all day, we will still take it. And that's going to be Minnesota. Boom, bet placed. Minnesota OKC. We're going with under 223. And that is the system that we talked about on the show and we talked it out. So let's take a look at you guys' stuff. And as always, you can find all of my work at wagertalk.com just for my little promo there. But best bets coming in the chat. Let's share some of those for me or for everybody. Nets bets likes the Knicks -7.5, Sixers -9. Appreciate you, Nucky. He says, become a member because Ski Life got us. Appreciate the system Sunday yesterday. Much love. You already know. Terry likes the Nuggets -4. Siete Catorce going with his usual money line parlay of Sac and Denver. JT likes the Nuggets first quarter. JB Brown likes the Thunder -2.5. Munaf going with the Suns plus 3.5. And the Wizards Spurs over 241.5. Solid. Eduardo Diaz likes the Rockets money line. Joey Skinner, his best bet is the Knicks Hornets over 221.5. And he likes the Cougars -5 tonight against Texas. Good stuff from everybody here. Justin sharing his best bet of Holy Cross +4. A lot of good best bets coming in the chat. And for you guys who are watching on the replay, you can still see the live chat replay. All you have to do is, if you're watching on your phone, you go to the comment section, you swipe over, and you click, and it'll be the live chat replay there. And if you're watching on the computer, it's in the top right corner. JB Brown reminding everybody to smash the like button. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you too, Eduardo. Like I always say, this show is absolutely nothing without the chat. Appreciate each and every one of you guys. Profitable day yesterday. Let's see if we can roll it over into today. Best of luck if you tell. Good luck on all of your action. I'll catch y'all later.